Did you know Karnowski was an All-American coming into this game?
It's not an All-American. He's from Poland.
Good point.
He played well. I mean, we tried to take the left-hand hook away from him, which we did, and he made some right-hand hooks. We just let him get too deep. You can't let somebody that big get that deep.
You've talked about players taking plays off. Pangos hits those 3 threes toward the end of the game. Did somebody take plays off, or is it he's just that good?
Well, he's good. He's good. He makes big shots. I think the whole thing started. We didn't get back on defense. We didn't get back on defense when, we shot a couple air balls, and we're feeling sorry for ourselves. And as I told them, I got to watch what I say, because some of you guys really don't understand shit about basketball, so you write stuff that's ignorant. It's a selfish thing, and they're not selfish kids. You know what I'm saying? They are not selfish kids. It's just a selfish thing when you stand there and feel sorry for yourself and not run back, and now all of a sudden, you got 5-on-4, which is it's a game of numbers. That's what you want, and I think it's a learning experience, and it's happened. A whole bunch of great guys came through here. I mean, it happened to KJ, happened to Deshaun, happened to Alexander, and it takes a while for it to sink in. They're all used to being the best player on the team, and so when I say they're selfish, they're not selfish kids. That's a selfish act. So they're not selfish kids. They're great kids, and we're so close. We're so close. We're so close to being pretty good, but at the same time, we're so far away. We let Stockton penetrate. We get a dunk, and we stand there and yell at the crowd, and they come back down and get fouled. That's a selfish act. They're not selfish kids. They're really not. They're great kids, but we gotta cut that out. But I said it on the radio just a little bit ago. And I know Day and Wellington wouldn't mind me using the example. They didn't guard for 2 possessions against Oklahoma and Charleston, and we ended up losing in whatever it was, overtime, double overtime. His guy hit 2 shots because he was kind of standing there resting. And we don't get back. If you remember the Xavier game, we don't get back 2 times in a row. They come back down and hit shots and cut into the lead. And you make it closer to where they foul us, and then we miss some free throws, which you wish you wouldn't, but sometimes you do. But you can always run back. You can always get back. And we just didn't get back and fortify the half court the way we needed to.
You got a guy with 18 points in the first half, and he only got 5 points in the second half. I mean, only 5 shots maybe. Was that a matter of something you were doing or something they did?
No, Bob, they played zone, but they chased him. They did a great job of knowing where he was. And what they said was, he's not going to beat us. Some of these other guys are going to have to beat us. And so they didn't guard some of our guys. Every time I try to do that, they make them. But
given that, were you happy overall with the shots that you got when that's?
We had wide open shots. We had wide open shots. Gary Brown had wide open shots. Devin Williams had wide open shots. Gary's been making shots. Devin's been really making that 16, 17-footer.
That moment you were just talking about with the Xavier game, kind of it's a crucial moment of the game. It seems like there's 100 different things going on. How does this team handle moments like that? Staying focused when there's 100 other things going on.
Well, Justin, I think it's pretty evident they don't quit, and they competed. I mean, you think about it. We get it to 4, and Aaron has the ball and the guy, grabs him, and then Aaron goes and misses a 1-on-1, front of the 1-on-1. If he makes both of those, now you're back and we got the ball back again. So now we're in position to tie it. So, we had opportunities. We didn't complete the task, I guess. But you can't say they don't care. You can't say they didn't compete. They did. We missed some shots, and I'm gonna leave it alone. But
How does this Gonzaga team compare to the other two that you played?
I think the first time, what's his name, Sakri or whatever, played really well against us, and they just made some shots. I mean, shot clock's running down, the ball's bouncing out of bounds, and the guy grabbed it and turned in the air and threw it in, and they played really well. And, last year when they got us down, we didn't fight it. So I don't know. I mean, I think we guys got to win enough games. We got to win enough games. I mean, I think we can beat everybody that we've played. I think, given another chance at the end of the year, we can beat everybody that we played to this point. Because we're going to continue to get better and better and better. But at the same time, we got to win enough games to be able to do that.
Pangos at the end, were they running anything different than they had run? Because he hadn't gotten very many good shots.
Well, the first one, we acted like we didn't know who he was. There was nobody around him, and that was kind of out of a penetrate deal, and the ball got kind of banged around, and they threw it out to him, but we didn't have anybody around him. I can't remember the second. The third one was a baseline screen. Maybe both of them were baseline screens. It was a baseline screen that we didn't chase. We shortcutted. And, they stepped up. They stepped the screen up, so now your angle's bad, and he faded it. I don't know. I can't remember for sure what the second one was. I know what the first one and the third one was. And again, we're asking guys to play a lot of minutes.
That doesn't sound too much like forgotten scout so much as it was them just making a good play. Is that correct? Or?
The whole idea was keep it out of his hands, which I thought we did a decent job of for a while. I mean, they're going to go to him, or they're going to throw it close. They're going to take advantage of. And I think probably if we had chased it, he probably curls it. He probably curls it into the lane, and he's probably not going to get a shot, but he'll get somebody else's shot.
Anything else?
Bob, Harris said something, and I just probably after asking because you haven't heard what he said, but he kind of said that he needed to get more involved, maybe be more involved in the second half. The way they're playing, is that kind of one of those things that you might be forcing, or doesn't really come out of the natural way you guys are playing?
I don't know, Mike. I think honestly, before it's all said and done, the shots that we missed, we'll make. I don't know. It didn't seem like Gary made a shot. I don't know what he did, but Gary's 1 for 6, and he shot the ball well. He has shot the ball really well. And Devin's 3 for 13. And we've all seen Devin step out to 15, 16 feet and make shots. They didn't guard him at the foul line. So what they're doing is they're trying to shut down those other people, and it's a gamble that you just. I think I know Fuey well enough that he would come in here and say, well, we try to take them away. We try to make those other people beat us, and they made shots. Well, now he can come in and say, no, we took those other people away. I'm a genius, and they didn't make shots. No, he wouldn't say. I'm just teasing. Don't write that out. He's a very, very dear friend of mine. But we had shots. I mean, you can't argue with the shots we had.
Give a lot of pizza away today?
Pardon?
Did you give a lot of pizza away today?
They were eating pizza. I didn't give any away.
Coach, there's not a whole lot of 7'1", 300-pound guys out there, but the two guys in Texas, Austin at Baylor. I mean, there's going to be some other big guys guarding size. Is that any more of a concern now than before?
Well, yeah, it is. But at the same time, they have to guard us. And again, Gary has been shooting the ball well. He shot the ball awful today. He's been shooting it well. And he had the one, I think, in the first half goes, in and out. But he has shot the ball well. And Devin has made those shots. I mean, we've all seen Devin step out and make those shots. He didn't make them today. So you got to think that they're going to make them. What I've told both of them, those they need to get their behind in the gym. It's we shoot it in practice, but you can't spend the whole practice shooting. We got to try to do some other things. We give up 80 points. I think the most disappointing thing to me is we give up 52% in the second half. 52% in the second half. Can't do it. To a large degree because we didn't get back.